Hello, my students. Our lesson today will study the trigonometrical identities. The trigonometrical identities and equations. The identity is a quantity and it's true for all the real values. Like sine pi over 2 minus theta equal cosine theta. The equation is a true quantity for some real number, like sine theta equal half, wherein theta element 0 to pi. We get the value of theta satisfy the equation only pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. Which of the following relation represent the equation and which represent the identity? This is representative of the equation. This is identity. This is equation. This is identity. The basic trigonometrical identity. First, we know that sine theta equal 1 over cosec and cosine theta equal 1 over sec and tan theta equal 1 over cotan and cosec equal 1 over sine and sec equal 1 over sine cosine. Cosec equal 1 over sine, sec equal 1 over cosine, cotan equal 1 over tan. Trigonometrical function of the two complementary angles. We know that sine pi minus theta equal cosine theta and cosine 90 minus theta pi over 2 minus theta equal sine theta and tan 90 minus theta equal cotan theta and cosec 90 minus theta equal sec theta and sec 90 minus theta equal cosec theta and cotan 90 minus theta equal tan theta. And we know that the identity of the two angles, theta and negative theta. We know that cosine is the only function that eats the negative. Cosine negative theta equal cosine theta and it's reciprocal. Sec negative theta equal sec theta. But the whole function keep the negative. Sine negative theta equal negative sine theta and cosec negative theta equal negative cosec theta. Tan negative theta equal negative tan theta and cotan negative theta equal negative cotan theta. And in the first term we studied this rule from the unit circle x squared plus y squared equal 1, that we can deduct that cosine squared plus sine squared equal 1. And if we take this relation and divide it by cosine, we can get this by sine, we can get this relation 1 plus tan squared equal sec squared, and this relation 1 plus cotan squared equal cosec squared. And we know that tan theta equal sine theta over cosine theta and cotan theta equal cosine theta over sine theta, and sine theta times sine theta equal sine theta whole square or sine square theta. Write the simplest form of sine theta plus cosine theta all to the power 2 minus 2 sine theta cosine theta. At first, distribute this bracket, sine square theta cosine square theta 2 sine theta cosine theta minus 2 sine theta cosine theta. Ignore this term with this term, and we know that sine square plus cosine square equal 1. Then the result it will be equal 1. Write in the simplest form 1 plus tan square. We know that 1 plus tan square equal sec square theta over 1 plus cotan square equal cosec square theta. And we know that sec over cosec equal, yes, sec equal 1 over cosine and cosec equal 1 over sine. Then the result it will be equal tan square theta. Put each of the following expression in the simplest form. 1 over cosine square theta, 1 over cosine square equal sec square minus 1 over cotan equal tan square theta. And we know that one plus tan square equal sec square. So sec square theta minus tan square theta, the result it will be equal 1. So the result here equal 1. In the second example, cosine 90 minus theta equal sine theta time sec 90 minus theta equal cosec theta. And we know that sine theta time sec cosec theta equal 1 over sine theta. So we can distribute it, we can ignore sine with sine. So the result it will be equal 1. Sine 90 minus theta equal cosine theta over cosine 2 pi minus theta equal cosine theta. So the result it will be equal 1. Thank you later alligator. Mr. أحمد النشار.